Hey everybody, we are here with Pongo this afternoon. So Pongo and I are working on some leash skills. Of course, yet another beautiful rainy day we're having. We haven't gotten to do as much healing as I'd like to with the two of them, just because it's been so rainy. But we've still been practicing as much as we can in between rain and everything. So what I wanted to show everybody, what Pongo and I are really working on right now, I'll be honest, I didn't do a whole lot of pressure and release with Pongo in the beginning. A lot of what I did with him in the beginning was really just building a strong bond with him. His behavior, besides just being nervous, wasn't horrible. Really just needed him to learn to just be comfortable around Kodak, his new brother, and just, be able to listen to his mama so that when she tells him to do something and he is nervous, he can look to her for guidance rather than going to his initial fight or flight instinct. But what I really wanted to work on with Pongo today was really showing him pressure and release. This gives me a really great way to be able to communicate with him without using English language. Good boy. Now the important thing to really remember with any dog that is kind of resistant to pressure, Pongo understands how to make it go away, but he's a strong-willed dog and he feels like he can hold out longer than I can. And this is where patience is super important when it comes to dog training. You have to have more patience than your dog. You have to be willing to wait them out. So usually when we're practicing this with my my home sweet home clients, and they're conditioning their dog to what the leash means, why is pressure turning on, how do I get it to turn off, I tell them, get yourself a pair of headphones, put on a good playlist, and be ready to just kind of stand there and let your dog think this through and figure it out on their own. If we constantly do this and we go, sit, Pongo, sit, and giving him the answer to his homework, right? Rather than doing that, and this is super duper light pressure with Pongo, very light pressure. I'm just going to stand and I'm going to hold it out, and I'm just going to wait for him to put his butt on the ground. Right? So he's getting quicker and quicker with it. Now, if he pops back up, I immediately reapply pressure because he is saying, okay, I'm done, right? Okay, I did what you wanted me to do, but I'm done, right? We can't have him do that. He needs to learn to do things when I say so, and he can be released when I'm ready for him to be released. Okay, so I do quick releases with him at this point so that he doesn't beat me to it. I kind of want to beat him to the punchline. Right, so doing lots of reps with him this week, and I'm going to continue to do this inside when we go in. Because you can see every single rep that we do, he gets faster with the sit. Because especially dogs that don't love the pressure or, like I said, are very resistant, are going to figure out, how does this work? See how he pops right back up because he thinks, okay, it's done, I'm over with it, right? So if pressure comes right back on, and this is very light pressure, right? He's just trying to back away from it and figure out any other way to get himself out of the situation besides doing what he's being asked to do. Right? He knows that pressure will just go away if he calms down. Now that's what we're teaching him right now. We are not telling him to do a sit. If we wanted to do that, okay, there's a car coming. If we wanted to do that, then I wouldn't mind you saying sit to him every time because that's what we're asking him to do. But we're not doing that right now. Come here, Pongo. Here's your car, baby. We're not doing that right now. We're simply teaching him to go into a calmer state of mind. We just don't know that's happened as humans until we see a physical change in our dog, which is going to be that more submissive pose of a sit position. We're just pulling in. Okay. Good boy. So right there, if he tries to pull away, right? I'm not going to move with him. I'm not going to tell him, yes, this is what I allow. We can't let him move with any tension. So even when I take him out to potty and he gets to the end of the leash, he's a quick little dude, right? All little dogs are very do-do-do-do-do. They want to run away really fast. So when they get to the end of the leash, he's 7 years old. He's so used to being able to walk forward with pressure that we have to completely reteach him that he does not get to move forward with pressure. So every time he gets to the end of the leash, I give him a nice little pop and I basically tell him with the leash, no, I don't allow that. Every single time. No exceptions to the rule. He cannot move forward with pressure on the leash ever. This is strictly saying this means stop, this means pay attention, this means go. If there is ever a straight line like that and it's not loose like this, then he is not healing anymore, okay? Heel. Now, okay, come on, buddy. Good boy. Now, right there, see, he might be like kind of walking my pace and you can kind of still see the U, but clearly he's not following me, right? He's way ahead of me. How can he be following me if he's ahead of me? That makes zero sense. So in order to get him to pay attention, I'm going to do little things. And I'll show you my hand too. So I do, pull this up so you can see my hand better. All right, so I'm going to do, right, very loose. So he sees distractions, keep that loose. So right there, he's ahead of me, right? So a little pop just to say, hey, pay attention. You're not paying attention. Focus. Right? Focus. Focus. Now, if I have to do more than like, a couple of those 2 or 3 pops, then I'm going to go to a full-on stop. If I've said pay attention, pay attention, pay attention, and he's still not paying attention, then we need to do, okay, then calm down. And like I said, he'll get quicker and quicker with this. I also want to adjust this because that's going to make a big difference. Especially with a little dog, it makes a big difference. Pongo. And so I'm not giving him the answer, right? I used his name to get his attention, and then I used some spatial pressure to block him from the distraction. When butt hits, pressure, just drop your pressure, okay? So on, off. Okay. Right, so just practicing this with him gets him to respect you as a handler and obey what you're asking him to do. That is simple little things in training. Training is all about respect. He knows what to do. It's does he respect you enough to do it every time you ask. And that's going to come with repetition. The more you do it, the better he's going to get. And consistency to the point that he understands that there is never any difference in how I do things with him, right? It's always like this. And it always has been since the day he met me. So now when he comes home, granted, you're going to have some work to do with him to get him, to get to be in a better working relationship. Come on, boo-boo. It's right there. I'm not going to pull him, right? Come on, buddy. Come on, handsome. There you go. Right? So we can't pull him to move, right? If we pull him, we're saying pressure means stop and pressure means go. We're literally telling him to run a red light if you use pressure to get your dog to move. That's not going to work, right? So this is pretty good, but even there, as soon as he gets a little bit ahead of me, like if I turned left right now, I'd bump into him, right? See? Luckily, he was paying attention enough that he stopped and didn't get stepped on, which I'm a little bit more cautious with, of course, with little dogs, because you can just plain out step on them. Good boy. Good job, Pong. Good. Come on, baby. Right, so if I pull him right now, I'm telling him pressure means move and pressure means stop. That's going to be super duper confusing. So instead, I'm just going to come over to him and just kind of get him a little bit more excited into it. Normally, I would use some treats right now, but I forgot my treat pouch. Okay, come on. Come on, baby. Right, so I'm going to move a different direction. Start going some zigzags. Good boy. Come on. Yes, good boy. So just a little pop there. I didn't pull him. I simply popped him to say, pay attention. Right? Again, pops with him are going to be pretty big. But really practicing red lights are going to be very big, training skills for you guys to grow a really good working relationship together so that he respects you and starts looking to you for guidance. Okay, good boy. Right, so right there, he's zoomed right ahead of me, right? I'm trying to teach him, no, you don't get to lead the walk. You have to follow me on a walk. That's what a heel is. It means follow me at my pace. It doesn't mean keep correcting the behavior that he's doing. It means get your dog to follow you. Okay, I think he's got to go potty. Okay, so we're going to cut this short. Clearly Pongo needs to use the bathroom. But yeah, so those are some great little tips for you to know as far as how to keep working with Pongo when he gets home. So if you have any questions, let me know. I'll be happy to help you. If anybody else needs help with their dogs, give us a call today. We'd be happy to help you as well. Have a good one.